I am ready.
There you go, Jordan.
That was a great noise.
Thanks for joining in on the shenaniganry. I'm just gonna start a timer so then I can actually know where the fuck we're at.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we have these special Friday episodes, I think we're allowed to run long. It's the weekend, folks.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, Daddy needs a drink.
Fucking children. No.
I definitely am a child. I will totally own up to that.
I will totally
I also
own up to
drive
it,
like
too.
one, so it's fine. You would be so proud of me for how I drove back from Provo after.
Wow.
Like tonight. I was 75, maybe 80 the entire time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I know.
The
Well,
work-
I had a lot on my mind. I was thinking.
About a thing.
I haven't given an intro yet, so it's not
Oh.
this show.
Fuck, man.
I should probably stop and reset
Yep.
because this isn't the show. But this is the show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever this podcast may find you. Happy Friday, everybody.
It's Friday.
Yeah, we got the whole gang here.
Justin
Jordan.
and Gavin.
And myself, yes. Actually, so we're not running this week like normal. We've had some complications. It's Friday for you people, but for us, it's Wednesday. We actually have done 2 recording sessions this week. And on this Wednesday that we're recording, I went to go drive a thing.
Hang on. It's story time. I got to crack open a cold one. Beautiful.
Cracking open a cold one with the boys. Doing it for the meme. So Jordan is just doing all the cringe over here. But yeah, so I went to go drive a thing, and if you're listening to this, you probably understand that who I am already, and you probably know that I drive a lot of things along with Justin. But today I drove a thing, like a perspective thing. A thing that I'm seeking interest in owning. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I found a listing for a 1993 birth year, might I add. 1993 Mazda Miata.
Basic bitch number 1.
Fuck you. God damn it. Can't catch a fucking break.
Say, you look like you're going to say something and I want to hear it.
Just Daddy's proud he's turning 16.
Aw, thanks, Dad.
Oh.
Appreciate it. Fuckers. Yeah, no, it's so for the low price of $2,650, there's a 140,000 mile Mazda Miata down in Provo. The 93 is the last year of the 1.6 motor. After that, they went to a 1.8 naturally aspirated super linear power, and in this case, that just means it's slow.
Yeah.
This one in particular was interesting. I've never quite driven a Miata like this. Red on black, 5-speed manual. Those were fine. This was very basic. And when I say basic, I'm talking about on the options list. Yes, it had roll-up windows. I would only expect that to happen. This car didn't have a limited slip diff, which is what it is. No air conditioning. It is what it is. And also didn't have any power steering. You could option a Mazda Miata from the factory with no power steering. I couldn't remember if it was actually in the for sale ad, or if I just wasn't paying attention, or if it wasn't in the for sale ad. Whatever. I got in the car. I was like, wow, this is actually kind of stiff. He's like, oh yeah, this wasn't optioned with any power steering from the factory.
I'm just kind of wondering what that if for some reason it was like a sales option, as far as like they were advertising it like that,
Like real
what,
steering feel.
Yeah, what did that ad look like?
Oh my god, yeah.
It looked like
Come
cheap,
on down
cheap.
to our Mazda dealership, and you can get a Miata in
Raw,
power steering or
unrefined.
not.
Driving experience. Can't pay the whatever amount of money, but you still want a Miata? Don't get the power steering or the air conditioning.
Does this one also not have AC?
No AC.
Oh, jeez.
Means
more power.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, you
boy.
need it because the thing makes, what, 90? 100 maybe? Especially, 26 years later.
Dear God.
But yeah, so I went to go drive a
My
thing
motorcycle
today.
has more than that. My slow motorcycle has more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. I probably shouldn't own an actual fast car for
Many reasons.
a couple of years. I need to grow up a little bit. But also the nice thing about driving slow cars every day is you become a lot faster of a driver when you drive fast shit.
You mean when you drive slow shit? Fat.
If I daily a slow car,
Car.
when I jump into a fast car, that means I'm still comfortable with pushing something,
Yes.
which means I will be faster.
Yes. You as a driver will be faster. Yes.
Which is helpful for Exhibition of Speed, video reviews, and driving other people's shit. But no, I'm actually currently in the market for something of my own. And yeah, so $2,650 was the price of this here Miata. And on the way back from Provo, which is where I met up with the owner, are we having problems?
It's just getting really quiet because you're talking over it, not into it.
My bad. I thought we were having wiring issues. But
No.
anyways, on the way back from Provo, which is where the car was, I called Justin and I was like, "Oh my god, I drove the thing! Got all these butterflies in my belly! Oh my god!"
And then he began to describe that it had issues and no power steering and no AC.
The issues
and-
are the only issues were I had all these butterflies in my belly and now I don't anymore. I learned some things about the car, and this is the first time I'd really gone by myself to go drive a thing that I was going to possibly purchase for myself. Have my name on the title. It's my car. I can do whatever I want to it. Blah 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 blah. And I mentioned the price. I mentioned it has 140,000 miles, which isn't really that bad.
No, it's not.
The car by the current owner had the valve cover seal replaced. The cam angle sensor has been replaced. And actually it's like the housing or the rubber tubes for the wiper or the windshield fluid jets, the washer fluid jets, that have been redone, which is really nice. And yeah, so all these things, but also no traction or I was gonna say traction control, obviously, but no power steering and no AC. And yeah, and the body, the panels actually don't even match. The finishing and the paint doesn't even match. Some looks like OEM paint, like body paint, and others look like they were practically spray painted on, like rattle canned. So that's a thing. But on the way up here, Justin and I, we were talking and we were on the phone, and we came to the consensus that this Friday episode should be a $3,000 challenge. Sure, if you go on to the Smoking Tire or Everyday Driver, they'll have, $15,000, $20,000 challenges, $30,000 challenges. Sometimes they'll sink all the way down to $5,000. I've heard Everyday Driver has done that. Let's see what you can get for $3,000. I'm not going to start out with the $3,000 challenge because I'll finish it actually. I want to hear what you guys have to say, and then I'll mention something else.
Okay.
Jordan.
You want me to? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan was
sure.
pretty eager to go earlier.
Yeah. This is. Jesus Christ.
What have you found?
I have found a 1994 Subaru Justy GL all-wheel drive hatchback.
Is this the one that I've seen? Hold on. Yes! Yes, I've seen that one. That thing's
150,000 original miles, manual transmission, $2,700. Let's go through this little spiel here. It says, 1994 Subaru Justy for sale. Time to say goodbye to the most awesome car. Be the talk of the town and the best little four-wheel drive 3-cylinder car ever.
Yep.
I mean, very
Yep.
little to compare there, but
Right.
go ahead.
Yeah, we have the original wheels and hubcaps as well. So everything is original. Amazing condition inside and out. It is about 25 years old. 150,000 original miles. We have rebuilt about 2/3 of the engine over the past 2 years. We have well over the asking price invested in the car. If it is posted, it is still available.
How, pray tell, do you rebuild 2/3 of an engine?
I don't know because
Are they talking about
as
like
far as I
bottom
know,
end?
engines have a top end and a bottom end.
That's that's part.
2/3. Did they do 2/3 of the cylinders?
This
I
thing
know
is
2 out of the 3 cylinders
Yeah.
have been
This
rebuilt.
thing is fucking clean though. Like
It
look
is
at those
clean. I will
pictures.
give it that.
And you know what's funny is there is a cult following for these things for good reason, because they're known as one of the most reliable small cars you can buy. They generally
Dude,
just
I want to
run.
buy that thing. I want to fucking lift it, put a wide body on that bitch.
You
and
lift
just-
it, you
God.
won't move. You put big tires on it, it won't move.
No.
I'll put my fucking R1 engine in there.
That's how I was
There you
gonna
go.
say that
That's
or
how
a
you
Boosa
do it.
swap, and
There
then
you
you're
go.
solid.
Yeah, I'll put my R1 engine in there. There's
Speaking of Boosa swaps, have you seen the latest from Sierra
220
cars?
horsepower. Yeah, dude, the fucking Boosta Swap Turbo, 400 horsepower,
450 horse, and it weighs
1,100 pounds.
pounds.
I was showing those to my coworkers today.
yeah, that's
Jeez.
900 horsepower per ton, son.
Jeez.
Fucking get with it. 0 to 60 in 2.2. It costs 75 grand. It's got a sequential shifter.
Yeah, 6-speed too.
Yeah, yeah,
Jeez.
I-
That particular one you said starts at 75.
yeah.
Yeah, and then they have the RS or the what the fuck ARX American.
ASMR.
No, it's the ARX American Rallycross.
Okay.
Is what they're like partnering with them or whatever. But you
Cool.
can also start that one at 40 grand, and it also is Busa, but
Okay.
it is not turboed, so it has 200 horsepower.
That's
And I'm
fine.
like, that's still plenty of
lot.
fucking power.
I mean, that is a similar. Well, let me put it this way: the 450 horse version, it is double the power to weight ratio of a Veyron. Think about that,
Yeah.
because the Veyron is 1,000 horse and 4,000 pounds.
This is half the horsepower, but a quarter of the weight.
Exactly. Exactly.
Goddamn.
Anyways,
But, yeah.
so the Subaru Justy is that's your call for $3,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
$2,200. Like,
So what would you do in $800 of Justy? Would you already have an R1 motor?
yeah,
So to get that finalized and in there to wiring to work with gauges.
I'm
and
sure
whatever.
you could fab it for the $2,000. So if you already have the motor, I'm sure you could easily fab it for way less than $2,000.
yeah, and I've done enough fabrication. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, fair, totally fair.
Having access to the equipment. I mean, my cousin has a shop with all the welders and shit we need. So
Nice. Yeah, you could probably block up the suspension to make it nice and tall for that too, for like $80.
My God.
perfect.
Yeah, no, do it for cheaper. I could see you taking plywood and just like
Oh,
cutting out
yes.
circles, like holes to just go for the shocks or whatever. Just lift, just a
Jesus.
cheap lift kit, like a $40 lift kit.
Or I might just
Or eventually he's just gonna go buy a wrecked side by side, take all the suspension out with the long ass arms, and just put.
Yeah.
You could probably. I mean,
You can custom fab anything.
but the irony is that with something like that, it's around the same size as the Justy, and you could actually take the motor out of that too in some way. And on top of that,
Get a Razor turbo motor.
oh
out
yeah,
there.
and then on top of that, you could also come to think about it. They're probably about the same weight too. So like, I mean,
I bet you
24
Justy
inch.
is lighter.
24-inch
Than some
long
side
travel
by-
suspension on
Oh,
a
I'd buy
Justy.
it.
like the 4-door side by sides. It might be lighter.
Yeah.
yeah, especially like the Can-Ams. Those
No.
things are burly.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those things are heavy.
But they're fucking badass.
yeah, they are.
They're
They are.
insane.
You and
I
I,
know.
need to go do things with your connection.
I know. I
with
just
your
need to
guy.
talk to him because it's almost out of season now. So we could probably just be like,
Well, from what I understand with the guys at R1 Industries, the peak season for like Southern Utah shit is like October, November.
for Southern Utah shit, yeah. But we're in northern, and there's only so many people that rent up here and drive down.
Where? What is this?
I know a guy that owns a power sports rental company.
Okay.
So
I mean, there are all sorts of people that live in Salt Lake County and Utah County that drive to Sand Hollow, St. George, Moab, etc.
a lot of the people
Little
that are
Sahara.
yes, a lot of the
Yeah.
people that are regularly doing that generally have their own.
Yeah, they
Um,
do.
Yeah, and so
But the season
yeah,
goes into
so,
October.
yeah, but what I'm getting at is regardless, we're just about towards the end
We
of
are
that.
towards the end. We have time, but
Yeah.
next year we'll make something happen next year. We already have plans to how to round up this year. So
Yeah, and yeah, those things are fun. Even on the road, we'd take them down the street to fill them up and everything, and it's just tail out the whole way down the road sideways to the gas station.
God,
Yep.
that sounds lovely.
And it's great because you can disable the front diff too, just with a flip of a button.
Nice.
Oh, it's fantastic.
My coworker, he has two. He has two Razor turbos, a 4-door and a 2-door. His 2-door though is like wide-bodied, like full built, like all sorts of fucking things done to it. It's pushing like probably close to 400 horsepower as well.
Fuck.
And that thing is a monster.
Oh, they're just insane. I don't know their figures of weight and horsepower, but I know they're up there too.
Yeah.
But
So
anyways,
Justin,
so
what have you found for 3Gs?
I've got a couple.
I'm not talking internet connections.
I know.
I'm not talking 3G.
Long past 3G, buddy. Anyways, I've got two honorable mentions first that I randomly found. One was a one-owner 98 Acura RL Special Edition for $900.
Okay.
That ain't bad. What are you doing with the other $2,100?
No, he just said honorable
This is
mentions.
This is an honorable mention that
Okay.
I just randomly found. It says it needs quote mechanical work, but
Those rear seats are fucking mint.
even the front seats, dude. Like even the front seats, there's
I
no.
mean, yeah, those
They're-
rear seats look like they haven't even been sat in.
Yeah, I know, and it's a one-owner
outside
car
of
in the
this car
family
look like?
since new, and it looks clean.
That.
I
Okay.
know. So I mean, anyways, that was one honorable mention. The other honorable mention, just because I kind of just set a filter and went at random, was a 81 RX-7 GSL that's also mint as hell.
Was that still during SA? Because there was the FB RX-7. The first few years there was an SA moniker.
See, like
That's so clean.
nice and clean,
Wow.
No kidding.
like just nice and original. It's got the louvers.
Wait, I've seen this before actually on here. This car looks real familiar. How much is this?
$2,200.
What if I get one of those?
Jeez, I'm showing Gavin more things to
This is
think
all
about.
the bad ideas. I started looking at Miatas.
So that was here, Jordan, just so you can get a visual reference. This was the Acura, like just very
Oh,
clean,
whoa.
especially for having.
What the this thing is spotless.
I know.
Right? Could eat a fucking breakfast.
I don't
off that
even know
shit.
if anybody's ever sat in that back seat.
That's
That's what I'm
what he
saying.
said. Yeah. Okay, so those were the two honorable mentions. But in reality, I kind of stuck true to my German roots and found a 85 E28 535i.
How much? I'm sorry. Repeat that.
I found a 85 BMW E28 535i.
I saw that. Is this on Facebook Marketplace?
No, this is on KSL.
Oh, I saw one earlier tonight on Facebook Marketplace.
What color was it?
Black.
Okay, yeah, this isn't the same one.
Oh.
So this is white. It has the original BBSs. Very good condition. It's got a small bump and rust on the hood,
who
but that's
cares?
about it.
Who cares?
Very clean, even in the engine bay. 60,000.
Auto tragic.
Nope, manual.
Oh.
Let me see this thing.
And the
How
tan
much?
seats with the 5-speed, 3,000 exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Could use a little leather cleaning, but overall not bad at all. Here, hang on, let me go back to the beginning, and you can froth your pants, Jordan.
That is a hell of a call. Right there.
I love the E28s too. That would,
E28s are dope. I
yeah.
quite like those.
I've never been a huge fan of the front end of them.
Oh, I love it. But then again, I love the.
I think they're better
rest of it-
looking.
Well, it's like they like almost like slanted and pushed in the front end, and then just took that extra piece that they cut off and attached it to the rear.
See, I kind of like how it's pushing forward,
Yeah.
flowing forward. Looks eager.
Yes, yeah.
I prefer to the E30.
Same. Yeah, I think I would rather have an E28 M5 hands down.
Than E30 M3.
Mm-hmm. But then again, I've
Yeah.
always been.
You know what they should have done? E28 Vert. That would have been the fucking cat's pajamas, dog.
Yeah, well,
That'd have been
I think the
rad.
big thing to me as well is when you went with the E28 M5, you got the big boy engine
Yeah.
versus the little
That's
four-cylinder, which
pretty
is
damn
arguably
nice.
still a great engine.
The S14 is still a fantastic engine.
Yeah.
Just to drive. Well, boys, I found something.
Oh boy.
I found a thing. And it wasn't the thing that I went and drove earlier today. I'll actually be driving this tomorrow. But for the low, low price of $2,400, red on black, comes with a hardtop.
Miata. How
NA
predictable. Anyways,
It's not the same car, but it has
details, schmeetails.
145,000 miles, manual gearbox. Let me read you this advert. It says, I will not sell hardtop separate. So the car's selling for $2,400. If you had a hardtop listed for $1,500, it would sell within the day.
Yep.
So a vast majority of that cost is just in the hardtop, which is actually pretty fantastic. But recent services in the last 250 miles. Coolant change, replace thermostat, AC and PS belts, no squealing. Alternator belt, oil change with new filter, brake fluid, inspected by AMCO for anything major that I missed, everything checked out. AC recharge with EnviroSafe refrigerant. Probably blows cooler than my fucking Forester right now, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I don't know when the timing belt was changed, but should be good for another 20 to 30,000 miles based off of AMCO's inspection. Radiator was changed by previous owner. Vehicle has new coilovers as of this year by previous owner. He does not know the brand. Vehicle runs great. Past emissions with good numbers. Clutch is good. Brakes have good life left. Tires are good for another season or two. Body definitely isn't perfect. Has dents, dings, cracked panel around trunk lock, and clear coat issues. Has rust in the quarter panels. This is due to improper care by previous owners. Since owning it, I've cleaned the runoff. No soft top included. Comes with rain rails. $2,400 for a red Miata with a black interior. Pop-ups work. Engine's clean. I'll have to ask about the crank angle sensor. Is probably fine.
I mean, even then, that and the valve cover gasket and even the rubber lines for the washer that the last guy did, I mean, you're talking less than $150 right there.
Yeah.
So all three of those things are things you could easily do yourself in an afternoon if you needed to.
So, shout out to Preston, who I went and drove his car earlier today. I don't think I'll buy that car, and buying this car that I'm driving tomorrow might actually happen. As you listen to this on Friday, I might have a different car. I might have a new car.
It's crazy. It's sad it's not anything proper in German.
Well, there's time. I'm 26 years old, bitch. There's time for that. I got time.
And
Nope.
no.
Time's passed.
See,
Nope.
That's right, because I'm just gonna,
see, well, and
Maybe don't do
question, remind me, you're 26 as well, right?
27.
27, okay. And when did you buy your R32?
At what age?
My R32. Well, before that I had my B5 Audi.
True. And what was your first German car at what age? I'm just curious.
19.
19. Same. So me at the Audi 200 at 19, you and your B5 at 19. Time's a ticking, Gavin.
Okay. You know how much more shit that I've driven than either of you?
It depends on what you define as shit.
The cars that I've driven. Got
Like-
much more experience on both of you.
That's very arguable.
It is. It definitely.
I'm not
is.
going down this road.
Let me tout up my mileage, Dick, and I can throw it at you.
Sure. I want nothing to do with your dick.
I know.
So, but yeah, those are our $3,000
Jeez.
challenges.
That was
I'll
great.
probably cut some of this out anyways.
No, you should leave all of that in. That was great.
You'll see. If you actually listen to the podcast, Justin.
I do occasionally. I've listened to a few of them.
I listened to them.
Yes.
Have I listened to the one that came out today?
You
No.
did?
No, I have not.
Oh, you have not? Okay.
No, I was busy as all hell today.
Same.
I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Dude, that's me every day.
I spent maybe 5 minutes at my desk.
That's also this guy, too.
Every
Except
goddamn
you don't
but
day.
have-
most days I sit at my desk and I have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I posted on my Facebook, what was it, 2 weeks ago or a week ago about when do people listen to their podcasts, and I still have people kind of filtering in and commenting.
Yeah, I
on
saw
But
that.
most people is like on their to or from work commute,
Yeah.
and so this show goes live whichever day gets published. It's at 9:00 in the morning. So hopefully you're on your commute by 9. Most of you are probably already at work by 9.
Yeah.
So I'll probably push it back a couple hours just to give it some time so you can actually listen and enjoy this fucking train wreck of a show.
Yeah, that was it. Yes, this has been an interesting episode. However, I mean, trying to think of really quick brainstorm what else you could get for $3,000.
Well,
just
I
off the
mean,
top of your
you
head, even
sent
if
me a couple of sobs.
I did. So we did find on my hunt. I did find one Saab 900 original generation, so the square body convertible for $400.
I mean, it's a non-turbo, but it looked pretty clean for $400.
I mean, yeah, and luckily
Better
those
condition than the Miata today.
yeah, and luckily those cars are fairly Lego-esque, and it's not the biggest thing in the world swapping that to a turbo because most everything was made to be swappable on those cars.
Swappable as in
You'd pull motor, but that motor is a 2-hour job because it all just comes out with the transmission and everything
so you
disconnects.
put in a turbo motor with like later.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you take the motor and you add a turbo.
No, you could do that, but the heads are mainly the camshafts are different and a couple things.
Okay.
But if you just yank the motor out and drop one in, the ECU is right on the passenger side. All the wiring is one wiring harness and pretty easy swap overall.
Also, I had a thought.
Okay,
Found an '89 Jeep Comanche for $1,800.
Bro!
nice.
5-speed,
Dope. What color?
red,
As one should.
on a trailer.
That's promising.
Yeah.
Oh damn, nice
Yeah.
and stripped.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
What
I
the-
like the seats.
Wow.
Yeah. Killing.
Fancy.
I had a thought.
Nowhere does it
today.
say that it
I
runs
spoke
either.
with Justin about it on the phone, but Jordan needs to hear this too.
Oh boy.
How about this for a cheap Miata? You buy a Miata for like $2,400. Okay, you drive it for a while, you enjoy it. Come to some money later. Take a V6 from I don't know, any Ford Duratec V6.
Yep.
You throw the head from the Jaguar S-Type on there.
Mm-hmm. You mean the X-Type?
They both have the same motor, didn't they? The 3-liter V6.
I think there was some significant differences because one
Depends
is,
on the iteration, though.
Yes.
It definitely depends on the iteration, but 3-liter V6 with the head that Jag used came from Cosworth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw that on there. By the way, it also takes a supercharger, in case that's not enough for you. That in the Miata.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it would work. I've just never been a Miata fanboy.
You've also never driven a Miata.
Yeah, I've driven a Fiata.
Yes,
That's-
so not the same.
I know.
So not.
But
the
even
same.
then, it's just, I think I might enjoy it, but I just, even when that time
we
comes,
could
don't think
R1.
it.
We could R1 engine swap it.
Yeah, there you go.
I
There you
discussed. I brought that up when we were talking about like possible ideas. I talked about a Miata. I mean, if you want to, if you also want to throw a turbo
I'll
on
see your
it.
Miata, and I'll raise you an R1 engine on this.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so for that. That is those
oh,
are
hang on.
for those that are listening. These are drift bikes.
Yeah, the drift trikes.
Drift trikes.
I think I might know the person that made these. Nope. Well, at least I don't know his name. But the reason I recognize this is a while ago, I was asked by one of my friends to source some 12-inch inside diameter PVC tubing for this exact purpose.
Oh, fun.
And I sourced him. This stuff that he's using is the exact same stuff that I sourced, which is expensive shit. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I sourced a broken piece of water tubing, which goes for about $20 a foot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's not
Okay.
cheap.
Well, hope everyone's having a great Friday. Hope. You
Oh,
have some
damn it! I
fun-ass
should
plans for
have
the
chosen
weekend.
this.
What is that?
I'm-
A fucking Cadillac DeVille 1976. Bruh, that would go perfect with my 76 Computron.
Look at the.
Are those actual bullet holes?
No, that's patina from
Oh,
hell.
that's fucking rust. You call it patina. It's fucking
man.
rust. I mean,
Patina.
that trunk is clean as fuck,
Damn.
though. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
God damn it! Now my fucking Facebook
Oh, look at the
marketplace is
white.
flooded with shit boxes.
Wow.
Why can't I just have fuck you money? Because I would just buy all the shit that's on fucking Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, now my
Oh my
marketplace
gosh.
is flooded with shit boxes, so that's great.
Orange
You're welcome.
carpet with white leather seats.
There's this though,
I saw that.
and
Yeah.
it is not
Not.
in good condition.
Well, is it actually a Supra?
It looks like it might be.
It looks like something else that would have a body kit of a Mark IV Supra.
Yeah. No.
Well, if you people that are listening, if you have any suggestions for $3,000 ship boxes that actually might be entertaining, feel free to hit us up at mailbag.eos@gmail.com. We have Facebook and Instagram. Just Google or just search Exhibition of Speed, and we will probably laugh at you
Probably.
for your submissions. But we'll also be laughing with you.
Yeah. Probably.
So, yeah, as of this very second, we don't have any new content for you other than the podcast. But please stay tuned for later this month. We have some things happening, either of which are German. Actually, everything from now until the end of the season is German, I believe,
Yes.
with a couple of exceptions.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, submit your $3,000 ship boxes to us, and we can laugh at you and then laugh with you. But until Monday, until next time, I've been Gavin.
I've been Justin.
And I've been Jordan.
Okay. But seriously, I need a Miata in my life, like fucking now.